Hello. Welcome to Daddy Porter Meet My Friend, or Meet My Friend with Daddy Porter. I'm Daddy Porter, and I am here today with one of my friends that I met through when I worked at Parchigo Brew Pub. Her name is Amy Twieg. She is a wedding DJ. She is also the beer trivia lady. So you ever go to a beer bar and they have trivia? She's one of them. She's fantastic friend. Met her about a year. Whoa, we're actually talking about maybe 2+ years now. When I worked at Parchigo Brew Pub. Shout out to Parchigo Brew Pub. And they had Amy in for about a couple months to do trivia. And she was, I was working behind the bar, and Jim had told me that she was going to be there. But even still, she came in, and oh man, it's not streaming to the group. Anyway, well, we'll figure that out. But so Amy comes in and has this great personality, big personality, and I'm like, who is this lady here? And and ever since then, we've been really good friends. And I'm trying to bring on people here on the show, Meet My Friend, to drink the story and to show everybody who's to put a spotlight on service workers and people who are in the beer industry and people who are off the beer industry even a little bit. Amy's not in the beer industry per se, but she's definitely a tangent of it, being a wedding DJ and beer trivia lady. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my friend Amy on. Hello, Amy.
Hey, I love Beer Trivia Lady. That's a great name. I don't think
Beer Trivia Lady. And did I get the last name right? Because I'm horrible with names.
No, that's right. Amy Twieg is my name. Everybody messes it up, so I'm impressed that you got it.
Well, great, Amy. What are you drinking over there?
I have Low Funk from Mobcraft. There it is.
Oh, okay.
I have that. I'm a big sour person, big fan. Everybody loves the IPAs. If I had to pick a trend, it would be sours. I'm loving this one. I'm a little vinegary for what I like, but the lemon really pulls through, and I'm a fan.
Show us that glass. Yeah, shout out to Rockhound. That's one of the places that you do beer trivia.
Absolutely.
And let's jump in. I'm sorry. No, you go.
So yeah, I do trivia. It's general trivia through Premier Trivia at Rockhound Brewing Company. Also do it at Delta Beer Lab. Go ahead and rep that for me if you would. Yes, there it is. That wasn't even on purpose. He just wore it, and I'm like, oh, we're using that because
it was on purpose for me.
Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate that it was on purpose.
I actually did that. Give you a little credit.
You get all the credit. All the credit. But yeah, I do trivia on a lot of different venues around the Madison area. Right now, I'm just at Rockhound and Delta Beer Lab, which is great because brew pubs are my favorite.
Brew pubs are fun, and you do at some point bring in a lot of traffic. I've seen it myself, and it's fun. And so you're not doing that now, obviously, with the whole pandemic thing. You're doing things differently. What's going on there now?
Yeah, well, we don't have venues right now, so we decided to take our show online, and we're doing socially distanced trivia through Premier Trivia 3 times a week. We're doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. It's still free to play, just like the regular live shows are, but we are accepting tips or donations to kind of keep the business afloat while we are making 0 income, but every show that we do does incur expenses. So that's kind of how we're, doing that model. We really just wanted to give some of our regulars just some contact, some normalcy, and, a distraction because this is boring. We're bored.
Are there prizes?
Yeah, we have been doing prizes. Rockbound just sponsored the prizes for last night, actually. We've had Mr. Brews on Junction Road and Monona Drive. They've sponsored some prizes. Delta Beer Lab and a few other of our venues are getting in on the act, too. That's right, there's my Delta. And so we're really excited to be able to give those prizes out to the top 3 teams But yeah, really, it's about fun and interactivity, and like, let's do something together and still have our community until we can get back in and hug each other.
It's excellent. And again, it's a fun time. I don't know if anybody's done beer trivia. Sometimes the only time for beer trivia that's not fun for me is sometimes when I'm at a brewery and I don't know what's coming.
That's the point.
Right. Other than that, though, I'm in. And a lot of those times I'm in too, because I'm like, hey, what's going? Oh, cool.
Like, well, I'm here. I might as well, right?
So, how did you get into the beer trivia game, though?
Oh man, I used to host trivia. Well, I've hosted trivia for years. It's been like over 11 years. Don't tell anybody that. And I used to play. I played with some friends of mine a really long time ago, and I just happened to hear the host say, "Hey, if you guys are, looking for a fun second gig or off gig, like, let me know. We're looking for entertainers." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I could do that." Because I have microphone experience. We'll get into that soon. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if this works. And I decided like I'd do it until I just didn't want to do it anymore. And that's been a really long time now.
So are you that person that, again, I think you are by definition now, but were you that person that like knew all these crazy facts that like it just sticks in your head, like, you know what I mean? Like Brett Favre threw the first touchdown in 1998 for NFL. Like, are you that person that collects those? Like, is that part of the whole persona?
That's a great question. I feel like everybody has their wheelhouse of things that they love to know everything about. And so
gotcha.
It's good to get like a team of people together that know different things. Like I'm kind of a sports person, but not really. If you talk to me about music, like that's it, we're done. Like I'm your person. I love music.
So you know all those things.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna don't ask me about history or geography because we're not.
Okay. So that's where you need the cheat sheet for the trivia, right?
Yeah, I need.
I'm finding out. Yeah, I'm trying to find out when the master of the trivia needs to know like the answers, or do you just know them all?
Oh God, I wish I knew them all. I probably any given show that I'm given the questions for, I'll probably know between half and 3/4 of the answers. But a lot of that is just because I've been exposed to so much knowledge through being a trivia entertainer that it just kind of soaks in after a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So you're obviously that is a side gig. You can't do that. I mean, you could do it maybe. You probably couldn't do it. Like full time. So it's absolutely, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We could.
I've done it 5 nights a week, and then done some corporate gigs during the day as well when I was really hustling. And
wow,
that was my only gig for a little bit. But I do not recommend because people will burn you out.
Oh, right. But so that segues to us what you do, as quote your day job is what I would like to say, which is wedding DJ.
Yes, I am a DJ. That's been my first love, and that's what I've been doing since 2001. So that's
let's go back to 2000. Let's go back to the 1990s, because this is where I think where it started, right? I mean, where do you have this? I don't again, where do you get that wedding DJ vibe from? Where did you get? You know what I mean? Like, this is my thing.
So here's the nitty gritty. Not a lot of people know this story, but I'll share it with you. And I can't believe I'm about to share it. So I'm
like the Howard Stern of this.
I know, you really are. Like, you're gonna so I've always loved music, even through high school and everything. Like, I've always been a big music fan, music nerd, as it were. And I found myself in a situation where I had just my husband and I had 3 young kids. We had just separated, and I was taking care of our children during the day, and he had them in the evenings. So that way we didn't have to pay for childcare, because childcare is expensive. And I needed to be able to afford rent. I needed to make money. So a friend of mine who was a house DJ for a bar in Middleton, Club Tavern, way back in the day,
Mhm.
So he said, "Hey, I'm going to be doing karaoke. You've seen karaoke before. Why don't you come help me start this show? Because I don't know anything about it." I'm like, "All right, fine." Um, he was right. He didn't really know what he was doing. So, and I love him, and he knows this, but
Mhm.
he's
Mhm.
smart enough to know that it was not working. So
Mhm.
basically, we struck a deal. I'll do the front of the house stuff. I'll grab a microphone and talk and introduce singers, and he will run the back of the house. Um, and then it just kind of progressed from there. I learned
Mhm.
the back of the house stuff. I learned how to do the soundboard. Um, I learned how to listen for certain things, how to become a better entertainer in general.
Mhm.
And then he got me into weddings, and I never looked back. I was like, oh, there's more than karaoke? Okay, I'm in. Like, I love
And
karaoke. For those of you who have the stomach for it, I don't anymore. Used to, don't. So,
wow. So what is it? We were talking about a little bit. I was trying to get a little bit out of you in pre-production. So what is it about weddings that keeps you there? Because a lot of people go through transitions in careers, and the first career that they have is definitely not the one that they end with. And they see a transition and are like, "Man, this isn't me," or "Hey, it was good that I did this for 20 years and now I'm out." And you are just as energetic and passionate about what you do, as I feel, and I didn't know you 20 years ago, but I can just I feel the energy from you about weddings, even through the IMs that we were talking about. So what is it about weddings that keeps you motivated and adrenaline and all that?
oh my God, there's so many different facets to that response. The quick one is, oh, there's my website. The quick one is that I love helping people through my experience with music, but also my experience with how events should be run. So they're planning this for the first time. They don't really know what they're doing. A lot of people should get event planners or wedding coordinators, but
Mhm.
they don't, budgets or whatever. So they're left kind of struggling and reading articles on the Knot to try to figure out what to do. So I like to step in. And then I also like to um, help them with their itinerary, make sure that people who don't necessarily know what's going on get pulled into the loop. I like to make sure that I'm coordinating with other vendors so that way everything is a smooth flowing process and they don't have to worry about anything that day. I love taking that stress off of my couples. Um, I love being more than just a DJ. That's probably the coolest thing that anybody has ever written in one of my reviews is that I'm so much more than they expected. Um,
Mm.
Exceeding expectations is awesome. Like that's the coolest feeling in the world. So
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play music to make you dance. But there's a lot that happens in a wedding before we get to the dance. And
Mhm.
that's where I like to set myself apart.
So wait. So then, calling you a wedding DJ is under you're a wedding planner.
I am a wedding facilitator, I guess.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do call myself a wedding DJ, but yeah, I do a lot
Mhm.
more than that.
Okay. Okay. Great. I need to make sure of that. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I'm definitely a wedding DJ
Mhm.
because that's what I do first and foremost. Like the music is my number one job, but um,
I
that
love that picture, by the way. I'm sorry. I love that picture. I can't
thank
stop.
you. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's just fabulous.
Some of the coolest people that I've met in the industry are photographers who were kind enough to let me use some photos from weddings that we did together.
Hmm.
And so all of these photos, none of them, like the couples, none of them are stock photos. All of these are actual couples that I've taken care of.
Yeah.
So pretty awesome, I think.
Yes. 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 I'm sorry. I cut you off though.
No.
So go back to explaining. You were just talking about how again you're more than just a DJ, and you've expanded from just being a DJ is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't sit still. I'm the type of person that, like, if I see something that needs to be done, I'm just going to go do it. And, like, I don't want to wait for someone else to take care of it. So, unless I'm stepping on someone else's toes, I'm just going to go handle it because I saw it. So, it's my responsibility if it doesn't get looked or it doesn't get taken care of and I saw it, I feel like a jerk because I could have. So I don't go to bed feeling like there's something I could have done better, because if I saw it, I did it. I took care of it. And I like that. I like that knowledge that there are probably 20 little things that I will do throughout the course of just getting things set up and ready to go that no one will ever notice that I took care of. And that's cool, because if you didn't notice it, that's because it was done the way it was supposed to be done.
Oops. Right. Sorry, I had to get my clipboard here. I don't want to forget something while you are talking.
So I love it. I love that. I feel fulfilled. I love taking couples' stressful days and turning them into celebrations. It's just fun. It's fun.
Yeah, and this is very relatable to me in a way, because I used to work for I used to do mortgages when I was much younger. And the thing about mortgages, what people don't think about is like it's the biggest transaction of people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about a couple $100,000 in a lot of cases. Even if it's just a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s, it's still, bigger than a car, bigger than that. That's the same, in my opinion, with weddings. Yeah. Weddings are the biggest event of some people's life.
Absolutely.
And you know what I mean? As a person who works that, like, it is, some people are just, you ever see Bridezillas? Some people are just not.
I know Bridezillas.
Okay. It's great. We'll talk about that after we click off the line.
Yeah.
But no, some people are just not going to be able to be satisfied. But many people, in my opinion, feel very satisfied if you feel that the people that are working for you are going above and beyond, or actually have that feeling that you have, which is, you know what I mean? Like what did I say in pre-production? I'm a wedding cynic, or I'm a marriage cynic is what I said.
Yes.
And what was your response to that? It was perfect.
Honestly, I'm a little bit of a marriage cynic too, but I just love to help happy people celebrate.
And again, boom, because for me, I'm ready to hire you, and I'm not even trying to get married. Because again, I know you're going to give me that empathy and that feeling. You're going to understand that it's a big day for me, and a big day for my lady, or a big day for my man, or whatever. It's a big day for us, and for you to understand that, because some people, it's just a paycheck, and it doesn't sound like, I mean, obviously you got to pay the bills, Amy, but at the same time, you know what I mean. You can pay the bills and still give that service that you give. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how I pay the bills. So how cool is that I get to do something that I love and feed my family because of it? Like, that's amazing that I get to have this wonderful, fulfilled feeling at the end of the night, and know that they were handled, and know that they trusted me too. Like, it's hard to know, like, there's so many amazing DJs out there.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to figure out which one to trust? So if they chose me out of all of these other crazy, awesome colleagues that I have out in the industry, then that's huge. Like, I don't want to ever take that for granted.
And it's, as you said too, it's, you didn't say it, but you said it in so many words. It's hard to give over that control to someone that you don't know for such a big event. And so this is where this is where I understand a Bridezilla, actually. And the thinking of it, I just don't understand the execution of him trying to, be, so aggressive about it. But I understand the passion as far as like trying to get everything right.
So do I, 100%. I'm a type A personality. Shocking, I know. But most Bridezillas are just type A personalities that can't control their environment when they're really used to being able to.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's all it is. So if you know that that's what it is, it's a lot easier to deal with it. It's a lot easier to just cut to the chase of the problem. Okay, what is the one thing that's stressing you out right now? What's at the top of the list? And then take that thing. My daughter, Emily, by the way.
Hi, Emily.
That I feed. Say hi. Say hi.
Yes.
There you go. All right. Now,
Emily makes a cam appearance. Beautiful.
Yeah. What?
This is why I love live.
We'll talk about how to spell energetic when I'm off of the podcast. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. I'm a bad speller, so I don't even know if I can see that.
Brandon's got you. Brandon can tell you how to spell energetic. So anyway, that's there you go. That's my life right now. This is my COVID-19 life in a nutshell. Mama, how do you spell this? It's all good though. I love it. When you were talking about how this situation was kind of a bittersweet thing.
Yes.
And it is for me because most of my gigs are night gigs. I work evenings. That's what I do. No one gets married at 10 o'clock in the morning. Although you should, because brunch weddings are freaking awesome. But I digress. Oh, brunch weddings,
amazing.
Pancakes and mimosas. Hell yeah. Anyway, again, digression.
I'm a breakfast guy here, so
yeah. They are phenomenal. I've done them. They need to be a trend. They do.
Man.
The thing is, though, is that I don't get a lot, like when things are quote unquote normal, I don't get very many dinners around the dinner table with my family. I don't get to cook a whole lot for them because I'm always off working. So it's wonderful to have this family time. Sometimes it's wonderful, I should say, but it's been really cool, you know.
The virus sweeps over, and so does that lead to a lot of weddings getting canceled? I would assume, right?
Yeah.
So are these?
I have had every wedding through June cancel, well, I shouldn't say cancel.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
My couples are fantastic. They have chosen to postpone, which is great because people are still getting married. They're doing it.
Right. They should be doing it more during. Well, that's a double story. Anyway.
That's different. That's a different thing.
That's right. No, so cancel wasn't the right word. Postpone is what I'm hearing. So you've had every wedding on your planner or whatever, for lack of a better word, it's getting postponed. We're just gonna wait and see, and then we're gonna push back.
Yeah, a lot of my couples are being super smart, and they are selecting dates in 2021. Because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if August is going to be cool or not. We don't know if October is going to be cool or not. So they are doing the right thing by themselves and their guests, and they are choosing 2021 dates to postpone to. That said, my 2021 calendar is filling up because 2020 is it's evacuating, and so they're all that's okay. It's okay. My couples are, my current couples know that they have first priority of any available dates that I have on my calendar for 2021. I am talking to new clients right now, but I'm trying to make sure that my current couples have first dibs on their rescheduling date. Because the big thing to keep in mind here is that this is no one's fault.
Right.
I didn't release coronavirus. They didn't release coronavirus. No one is to blame for this. So the only right thing for us to do as business partners is to move forward and just like hit the do-over button and let's just try it again for a new date. It's not your fault. It's not my fault.
So have you seen any of these virtual weddings?
Yeah, actually, I did. One of my clients who they were a March wedding and they postponed. They ended up doing their wedding virtually with less than 10 people, obviously. And then they're going to do a crazy, amazing reception when we're able to open things back up again. It was so much fun. So
you actually attended? Was it on Zoom or whatever?
Yeah, it was Facebook Live, actually. It was a private event in Facebook Live. And yeah, they invited me, and you're damn right I showed up.
Did you dress up, though, or were you in your pajamas?
I did. I dressed up. They couldn't see me, but I dressed up, and I took a picture of myself with a champagne glass.
I've seen a few people dress up for church, so I'm like, you're right. So, like, they dress up for virtual church, literally sitting there in a suit. Yeah. They're watching church. So it's just interesting how people are dealing, because you said something you said something when your daughter came into the picture about again, no, the virus isn't anyone's fault. We won't go there, but also though, We can go there, but it'd be another hour.
Yeah.
No, but the virus isn't anyone's fault, and we're just dealing with the consequences. And one of the consequences is, now you're a homeschooler, Amy, and I've been a homeschooler all my parenting life. So it's funny. Just a little side note. I just when this all happened and I saw all these homeschool like memes and people talking about it, I'm just like, yeah, come to my wheelhouse, guys. It's funny. I was saying this like 10 years ago.
Seriously,
But being, yeah, and it was different for me though because it was a choice that I made as opposed to not having a choice that you made. So I really feel I feel for all the homeschool and all the parents who are working and at home. Just a little aside real quick, just the homeschools, all that. Shout out because I understand I did it on purpose and you guys are doing it as a reality of the situation. So cheers and shout out. But Amy, so how do you think first of all, my friend Daniel Fisher wants to go to a brunch wedding now.
Well, it's a very smart person, Emily. Oh my goodness!
I don't know. It sounded good the way you said it, and we didn't even really hear the whole of that. But we will save that for time. You're gonna Amy's gonna come on our Friday show. She already said so. We can go.
I would love that. But also, one quick aside about brunch weddings. Think about it like this: you get up in the morning for a wedding, like early in the morning for a wedding anyway. So why not go ahead and knock those vows out by 10 o'clock in the morning? Eat your pancakes, get a nice little buzz going because you don't want to be all sloppy at, 12:30 anyway. You can still dance and have a great time. And guess what? You are done with that event by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You can still do whatever you want for the rest of the day. It's brilliant.
Or you could just plan a whole, you're right. Because you usually end up like, it seems like at the end of the wedding, like sometimes people are like getting pushed out or it's like, it's late and you're like, you feel like tapped out. Like it's like 11:30, you know what I mean? Where you're right. Like you could still have a good dinner with somebody. You could they could plan weddings until like wow. I never thought
like sunset cruise, anybody? Like you could do a whole day based on it. And you don't have to be stuck in the same clothes all day long, which is my biggest pet peeve personally about a wedding. Those clothes are uncomfortable. Talk about their shoes for a minute. Oh my gosh. So, anyway.
As a male, I love to do the clothes changes, especially events like this. Like, because again, I think you should be wearing. Now that we're all into the wedding talk, I think you should be wearing different things. Like if because how sometimes the wedding's over at a church. I think you should wear formal attire there. But if I go over to now, what happens when I go do the pictures? I guess I have to have my formal attire. But after those pictures, I kind of want to take that off and the reception. Get this tie off and
let's take all those layers off because you're going to sweat right through them on the dance floor.
Right. So that's really interesting. So how in pandemic times, how does someone support someone like you or someone in the wedding industry or someone I called you, what did I call you? Beer. What I meant to say in the intro was you're beer adjacent, in my opinion. You're you know what I mean? You work for the brewery kind of, but you don't directly work for the brewery. You know what I mean? You're like an add-on. You're a nice little add-on that helps. But how, because we're struggling, I believe as a society we're struggling, figuring out how to be safe, but at the same time, support those businesses so that they're around, when we come out of this because we love all our small businesses. So where are you at with all this?
So how can you support me personally? Well, I mean, I'm currently involved with and, trying to subsist 2 different businesses. Polished Entertainment, that's my DJ company. That's just me. And then Premier Trivia is me and about 20 other people. So there's a lot of folks that are out of a job right now. And give me 1 second. Emily, please quit climbing on me. Quit climbing on me. Hop down. I love you. Hop down. I'll talk to you soon. Go on your bye. I love you.
No worries. This is why I like doing it live. Oh, I love it. So back to your support for you specifically, and then just how do you
All right. So you want to support me specifically. The best thing you could do is pick a date in 2021 that you want to have a gathering that may not be the, run of the mill first thing you think of. Like, what would be wrong with having, again, like I'm a big Sunday brunch girl, so let's do a Sunday brunch party, or let's do, a Thirsty Thursday event. Let's have some fun on non-traditional days of the week, because we are having not fun on every day of the week right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get out there when we can and when it is safe, and let's be social. Think about the summertime when people have days off that they can burn or want to burn, and have a Wednesday backyard barbecue with a dance floor that's right there in your backyard. Do it. Have fun. Be non-traditional. No one has to do things one specific way. Like, think about how you want to handle team building events when your business gets back into full swing. Think about how you are going to do the awards banquets that you've missed in the spring. And then call me. Let's set up a time to have a consultation. Those are free. Get involved with the planning committees at your businesses, at your corporations, for your neighborhood block parties, and just, give me some work. That would be awesome. If you have enjoyed my work and you want to, help me out through this tough time, I appreciate you. That would be great. You can find me on Venmo and also PayPal. You can email me directly for that information. That's amythedj@gmail.com. And then, that would be wonderful. But I hate begging for money. I'd rather work for it. So, find something for me to do and then let me do it. It'll be great.
Awesome. So, real quick here. So then I what I didn't share, and I need to, is and I want to go a little in depth before we check out here. But is the beer trivia? Come on, browser, what you doing?
And don't let Greg scare you too much. Don't let Daddy Porter scare you when he's talking about beer trivia. I'm not asking about beer. I'm asking about everything. I have all kinds of general knowledge trivia. We do some theme trivia sometimes. We've done Disney and Harry Potter and The Office and Schitt's Creek and all kinds of great themes. But we generally do just basic general all over the place trivia. I just happen to be in beers. So in brew pubs and breweries and stuff like that. So
go a little bit in depth here about your virtual beer trivias.
Virtual trivia, that happens 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. It is through Premier Trivia and Entertainment. We have signups on our Facebook page. So please do find us on Facebook. The events are always posted the day after the previous event. So right now we have a sign up posted for our Wednesday show that will happen at 7:00 tomorrow night. We do that through Zoom, so that way you can be as interactive or, antisocial as you want to be. They're about 2 hours long. We do give away prizes to the top 3 teams. We do a whole lot of, question answer, a lot of banter. And we just kind of hang out for a couple hours. It's a good time. And the best part about doing the Zoom meetings is that the playlists that some folks have missed from general trivia, because I love my playlist, kind of known for them. Sorry. I get to do those again in Zoom, because Facebook, they have like licensing issues. So they don't let you play licensed music, but Zoom does. So we're back in business with my fun playlists.
So it's the whole experience, just not in person.
Absolutely. We try to keep it as close to the real as possible, because we, again, it's normalcy, it's routine.
Right. It's excellent. And the reason I say that is because I was just, when you said that, I had said, hey, I want you to come on and talk about what you're doing. You're like, yeah, we're doing virtual trivia. And I was like, wow, that's cool. But my first reaction was like, what? Like, oh, that's cool. Like, it was the first reaction was like, boom. And then the second one was like, oh, duh. I mean, that's just not, sounds like fun. I'm going to jump on.
What I love the most about the Zoom platform specifically is that we're able to have people play together, even though they're not sheltered in place together. So they can get their team from 4 different households and it's all good. So I love that. We're giving people something to do together instead of them having to come up with, Cards Against Humanity for the 12th time on their own.
Sure. And again, that's all part of it is the team aspect and the teamwork that happens and the team names and the camaraderie between the teams and all that. So I didn't really understand the culture of beer trivia, but there's a little bit of a underculture with it. It really is.
Oh, it's I mean, we joke and say that it's a cult following, but really,
okay. I didn't say that. You did.
We joke about it. That's not real. That's not accurate. But
right.
We do have a lot of people who are very staunch regulars, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fun. Awesome. That's fun. So, Amy, it has been great talking to you. But before I go, or before we go, you and I had met, I don't know, a while before the pandemic, and we were talking about how beer and music pair together. And you're obviously, music is a big strain in both of the things that you do. It's really big as far as trivia. If you've never been to Amy's trivia, her playlists are amazing. And it was part of the reason why, I don't know, I missed it when you left because, I mean, again, it was just really good random music. You played music that went with the trivia. You played music that had clues with the trivia. Again, it's really, really deep and it's fun. But where do you sit with the whole with beer and music, and how does that, or even cocktails with music, or even any kind of like seltzers with music? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Where do you sit with beverages and music?
So beverages and music, it's mood. 100%. It's mood. I'm a mood drinker. I have to be in a certain mood to get a margarita out. I have to be in a certain mood to, this is a lie. I do not have to be in a certain mood for a Scotch ale. That's my go-to. But
you have to be breathing.
Right. I have to be awake. But there's something for everyone. Like, are you drinking a porter or a stout? Then go with some like deep, jazzy, moody blues stuff. Are you drinking a sour? Then go with, some like kind of funky pop or a little indie. Are you drinking that margarita? Then if you're not going tropical and a little bit of Jimmy Buffett, you're doing it completely wrong. It's all about having fun, and those pairings can it's taking all of the senses together because you are drinking with your eyes and your nose and your mouth. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't really have anything going on with your ears. So when you add that music, it just adds to the whole experience of what you're drinking.
Yep. So I enlisted Amy to help me come up with some Spotify playlists, and we still have yet to work on that.
No, I have been working on it. I haven't shared them with you. I should do that.
Oh, okay. So then my bad. I need to work on it. We need to conversate about it, actually.
This is me. I just haven't shared them with you. I've been working on them, and then I dropped the ball.
Oh, me too. We were really we met at one of your favorite places, Shuttle Guys. Yeah, one of my favorite places too, Rockhound. Fantastic. I mean, I just miss going to lunch there. It's one of my favorite places for lunch. Everybody's nice. The food is fantastic. I actually like where it is. So yeah, we're gonna work on that, and we'll soon have something for that for the people in the group and our fans and all that. So that'll be fun, Amy. So anything else you want to say before we jump off here?
Yeah, there's a couple other things that I want to say. Number one, thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. People were thinking about how they can help the community, and I got a chance to say hi, talk about what I'm doing. And the trivia is a way that I can help you guys too, because you're looking for something else to do. Come jump in a game with me. I would love to see you. That would be awesome. You don't have to be in Wisconsin or Madison to do it. As long as you know what time 7 p.m. Central Time is in your time zone, you're invited. Would love to see you there. People are asking how. Yeah, that's right. Right here. So
Wisconsin Premier Trivia.
was that?
I'm sorry, Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin Premier Trivia. WI Premier Trivia.
WIPremierTrivia.com. Yep.
Yeah.
Right down there. There we go.
Yep.
Right down there. So the other thing that I wanted to touch on is that people are asking, how can we help local businesses? But we don't want to go out right now. Greg and I were talking about this before we got started with the podcast. We don't want to go outside. Neither one of us really do, but we are concerned about our local businesses. Gift cards. Order gift cards online to your favorite places that you cannot wait to go once they're back open. Email the owners. If you don't know how to, like, if you can't do it directly online, email the owners. They would love to be able to not just have the financial support, but also the emotional support that comes from the community being behind them. You can't contribute right now because you're out of a job. Cool. Again, send an email or leave a message or review on Facebook saying, hey, we love you, we miss you, we support you. That goes a super long way because we're fighting this not just financially, but also emotionally. So you want to support us? There are a million ways you can do it, and it's not just about bank.
No, another one I like is share anything and everything that comes out of your favorite place. Rockhound, I believe, is still open doing takeout. Whether it be beer and or food. So if you're a Rockhound fan and you see that Nate put something out there or their staff put something out there, there's nothing wrong with a like. There's nothing wrong with a retweet. There's nothing wrong with a share. I am not really that big of a poster on my status on Facebook, but as Amy knows, I will hit you with an IM. I sent you a thing about my friend Christine in Kitchens. Hopefully, Christine. Actually, I got to reach out to her. She needs to come on the show, talk about what she's doing. But Christine's Kitchens. So I just hit people on the DMs personally. Hey, look, this is what I got. So I think you can do. You're right. It's just not really money based.
It's not. Support comes in so many different ways, and we're all just trying to wait this out. And because we don't know how long it is, it's kind of hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when it feels like it keeps getting pulled back from us. So, reach out to your happy people. Reach out to your strong people. Reach out to your solid business owners and just say, hey, like, we're here for you. We can't wait to come back into your venue, or we can't wait to hear your music again. And that goes a long way.
Money is short everywhere, too. And this is why I think people... sometimes it's just hard to realize that everybody else is kind of going through it, especially in this kind of thing. Like, I've never lived a thing where it affects everyone. Like, with all due respect, 9/11 affected all of us, but it really affected people in New York or Pennsylvania more than affected people in Midwest. But everybody's getting hit with this. So my point is that, like, call those places too. Like, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Nate may not be charging what he normally charges. I know that you can get a 6-pack of Hopalicious for $6 from Ale Asylum, and that is out of bottles or cans. That is insane. So clearly, not only Ale Asylum understands that A, they got to move beer, but B, in my opinion, they understand that people are hurting and people need, less. People need to spend less for what they normally get. So a 6-pack of Hopalicious is probably never going to happen again, but it happens during the pandemic, and you can help them by doing that, and you can help yourself by having a 6-pack of freaking Hopalicious for $6.
Exactly.
I saw it on our website, and I was like, this is not. Clearly, we're not in normal times.
No, nothing about this is normal. This is crazy. This is crazy because we've never been through something that has affected us physically and emotionally at the same time as an entire nation.
Well, me too.
But what I will say, and I'm not trying to go like crazy political or anything, but what I will say is that please stay inside. Take care of yourselves. If you're out, please wear a mask. Because right now, if you are out and someone else is trying to stay at home, this is like having a peeing section of a swimming pool. We all need to do this together. We all need to take care of each other. And I want to see you guys safe on the other side of this.
I don't consider that political. I consider it moral, but that's just me. So, Amy, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
we will see. We are booked on a lot. We are booked on a Friday show till June, but right after I get off here, we're going to talk about dates.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you. Bye.
So yeah, Amy's one of I love Amy. She's fun. That was a great interview. I just hope that I'm just trying to do this again. I'm not trying to do it. I am doing it. You know, bringing voices to people who are from my industry, our life. So they may not all be beer related, but they're all going to be human related. And yeah, and that's I think we need to kind of hit that more. Not to get all political, like Amy said, we need to hit that more. You know, everybody's human. We're all going through this, and we could all get through it together if we show some love and empathy. And I'm done preaching. I will be back today at 5 p.m. Central with my cohort, and I didn't mention them. Doug will be with me, and we're also going to have Carla, the Maine beer babe, Carla Lauder, one of my good friends. We're going to find out what's going on in Maine with the beer scene. She's going to tell us how we can support them, how she's supporting them, talk about blogging and the pandemic and all that. That is in 3 hours, sirs and ma'ams. I will see you guys very soon. 3.5 hours or 3 hours and 10 minutes. Cheers.